So what's it like hooking up with a straight man? That's what one of your girls is about, yeah?
Yeah.
It's gnarly.
Have you heard the song?
Oh yeah, I heard we have.
You have the whole album. Got it. Yeah, that song is probably my favorite song on the album.
Really?
Yeah, I really, really love that song.
Why?
Don't act so surprised. Now you're making me second guess myself.
No, I'm just.
You're like, really? That's your favorite song?
Why is that story the one that resonates the deepest?
I think because of a couple of things. First of all, I really like the song. I just think it's like, if I may say so, I think it's like well written. I think it's interesting. I think the production is amazing and whatever. So
the story's really good and the lyrics are fucking great.
Thank you. But no, it was just this thing that it was this recurring thing that sort of has happened multiple times, right? Where I am sort of like reached out to, or, you know, there's a straight guy who's like entertaining me for some reason, right? And always like, you know, I always pretty explicitly, like, you know, I've had people straight up say like, oh yeah, I'm like down to explore or whatever. But then, and I always thought it was really hot. And I was like, I sort of started to go into my own head and I'm like, wait, why is that hot? Like, is this internalized homophobia where I'm like, this person 100% like would have scared me in high school. And now they're showing me attention. Is that what I'm like feeling and responding to? You know, like why is this such a fantasy kind of thing? And then when I followed through with it the few times, there was this sort of like empty feeling afterwards with these particular guys because there was sort of a limit to what it could be, because in the end of the day, they
had a girlfriend to go home to.
Well, they didn't have a girlfriend. I didn't cheat.
Whatever. They believed that they were straight.
Right. And so, you know, you end up kind of, I felt as though it was like you would do all this talking and then do whatever. And then it's still like, but whoa, bro, like I'm not gay. And I'm like, okay, girl, like whatever. Just, you know, that's fine. And so, yeah, I think it just like left me feeling a little bit empty a lot of the time. And then also there's other people that I've been with where I've been the first guy that they've been with, and they were totally open and surprised me completely and like just really evolved and self-assured and like confident in who they were. And they were like, no, if I was to fall in love with you right now, that would be totally fine kind of thing. So I don't know, whatever. I didn't really have like a firm opinion on it. I just knew the way that I felt, and I started writing this song, and it was like, it really started with this one guy who he had told me that sometimes when he's like, you know, when it's late at night and he's been partying or whatever, he really wants to hook up with a guy. And so I said to him,
it's not a straight man.
Well, you tell him that. I'm not going to say that. But I said to him, I was like, okay, well, let me know if you're feeling gay on Saturday night, like at any point. And we were just like joking around and whatever. And he's like a friend. And then I went into the studio and I had recorded, I have the voice memo somewhere of me in the shower that morning, stepping out of the shower. And I had the lyric and it was like, give me a call if you ever get lonely. I'll be like one of your girls or your homies. Yeah. And it's like, it'll be chill. Like I'll just be like one of your girls that you normally hook up with, or like one of your friends who like also kind of wants to suck your dick. Like, you know, it'll be chill kind of vibe. And I just thought it was funny. And then we ended up writing the rest of the chorus, and it switches and it says, give me a call if you ever get desperate. I'll be like one of your girls. Which I think really summarized the way that I ended up feeling about myself afterwards, which is that like you're this experiment or this like last resort of like, if you don't find a girl to hook up with, like secretly call your like gay friend Troy and he'll come over and do it for you. You know what I mean? Like it didn't leave me feeling really good a lot of the time.
It shouldn't. It's a fucked up thing. It's something incredibly common. I think more straight men or straight men who believe that they're straight genuinely, like, have no fucking problem using queer men at their discretion for whatever purpose they do.
Well, the annoying thing was as well is that sometimes it literally just felt like an ego stroke where it was like, I'm going to flirt with you and like, you know, and then immediately like pull the rug out from under your feet. As soon as I start showing interest or like vulnerability in that situation, it was like, whoa, like slow down. And so that was not fun.
So I used to have this straight guy who would call me to hook up every time he'd end up like breaking up with one of the girls he was hooking up with.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing ended up starting because he made out with, gave me in public, like started fucking making out with me, giving me fucking hickeys, and like there's a fucking video of it somewhere on the internet. Fucking embarrassing. And
I'm gonna watch that later.
one of the reasons, you ready for this? Fucked up. The reason why he wanted to start hooking up with me was because he would watch our interviews in bed with his ex after they'd fuck. And it was a part of something that he just needed to accomplish. And he saw me out and he did it. And then he kept wanting to hook up after that, but only after he'd end relationships with chicks.
Sorry, I'm stuck on the point before.
Oh yeah, interesting, right?
Watching the interviews.
Yeah, but who the fuck tells you that? Like he told me that while he was telling me he was straight.
Wait, so we'd hook up with his girlfriend, then watch the interviews?
Yeah, yes, or like, jerk off. I don't know, dude. I get some weird shit. Weird shit. Is everybody okay?
That's just, I'm like mind blown.
Oh, dude, the other day I had some crazy muscle guy come up to me with his wife and tell me that he masturbates to my voice. Swear to God, did it in front of my boyfriend. Swear to God.
Where was the wife?
The wife's behind him claiming that he's straight. Swear to fuck.
Is that a compliment or not?
It's not the first time people have told me they masturbate to my voice.
I'm now trying to like close my eyes and just hear the voice and see if.
Yeah, you want to like, how you feeling?
I don't feel anything.
No, okay, I'll turn it up a little bit louder for you.
There's nothing going on, unfortunately, for me.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe next time. Maybe in another life.
Yeah. But no, I also think the one of the things about it as well was that I felt complicated about the situation because I'm also like really sex positive and I'm like, everyone should be able to explore and like, how do you know if you don't explore and everything like that? But I just think the issue is the communication side of it and like the vulnerability side of it. And, you know, if someone comes to me and they're like, look, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this or not, but I'm curious to try. And I think you're really hot and cool or whatever. Like I would be so open to having that conversation and really appreciate the vulnerability there. And then if afterwards or during or whatever, they were like, you know what, this actually isn't for me, I would be like, I completely understand. And like, thank you for trusting me with that moment. You know what I mean? And I would be fine with that. It's when I think people get cagey and don't communicate and they're not kind of like,
well, insecure and they're scared.
Yeah, exactly.
And a bunch of different reasons. Trauma.
It makes it tough. It makes it kind of, you can feel quite shitty afterwards, you know?